G'day footy fans and welcome to Boothy's AFL Fantasy Dream Team podcast. Well, Boothy's ball getters last week did quite well and ended up with 2,311. So that elusive 2,300 I've been looking for I finally got, and that's on the back of no one getting concussed. My overall ranking now is 5,680th. So that means I've gone up by about 5 or 6 or 700 places, which was pleasing. And my goal is still to get to the top 1,000 by the end of the year, which is fairly lofty, but we'll see how we go. So on the back of having 200,000 in the bank from last week, I've made a couple of trades. I've still got 64,000 for next week, which is good. And my team is now worth almost 14 million. So my defence going into this week, into round 18, is Doherty, Adams, Lloyd, Nunes, Witherden, who's been excellent, Hunt, who got a great score, and Scharenberg emergency with Narhouse in the side for Freo for another week. My midfield is Tom Mitchell becoming captain. Dangerfield is under a cloud there. Zach Merritt had a great score. Bontempelli, who's in pretty good form, doing some ruck work as well now, I noticed. Brad Ebert, Clayton Oliver, Tom Sheed, who had a better week. Pau Pepper had a great week on my bench, unfortunately, but I brought him onto the field. And Greenwood's my emergency. And if Dangerfield pulls out before the game, I will know because it's a Friday night, and I might even change my trades because I'll have an hour or so once I know before lockout. Hibbert, of course, is out for the rest of the year with his shoulder. The Rucks, Witts and Darcy are serving me reasonably well for a pretty cheap price. Braden Pruce not playing this week but might get his chance in the next fortnight, and Cameron's out for the year, of course. So moving down, sorry about that. McRae was excellent. I brought him in not that long ago. Wingard I brought in for this week, who's been prolific. Heaney's been excellent, solid. Ryder's been great. Slight cloud this week, but should be right. Billings has been a little bit down, but I'll stick with him. And McLean I've brought in this week as well. Parsons emergency had a pretty quiet game, and Pickett obviously not selected. So that makes the trades for this week at this stage, and I will change if Dangerfield's ruled out, of course, and bring in a gun midfielder and put back Burton or Wallace. I have to think about that one. So at the moment, Burton comes out for Wingard, which cost me $90,000, and Wallace came out for McLean, which cost me $46,000, which, as I said, left me with about $64,000, as I said earlier. And they have improved my side by a little bit, but as I said, if Dangerfield's ruled out, I'll know when the teams are announced at about 6:20 Eastern, I reckon they're announced, or 6:30 Eastern, and the lockout would be 7:50 Eastern, so I'll have an hour or so to change my trades and reverse them and get someone in for Dangerfield, because if he's missing a week, I can't afford to have a guy that expensive sitting there. Now, just be aware, guys, with the green dots, obviously, some guys to bring in this week. There are some good, cheap players available, but be careful if they're key tools. For example, the Crows defender, Alex Keith, I wouldn't be picking him because he's a nullifying fullback type. He'll be playing on the big guys, so don't waste your time with guys like that. You want to be picking mid-forward types or running half-back types. I think Gold Coast has got a couple of debutants, and there's a few others across the AFL, but just avoid, as I said to you, the big, tall type forwards or defenders because they're not worth picking. They don't get a lot of points. Go for the running halfbacks or the mid-forward type players with green dots who are debuting this week, who might cost 150 or close to it. So that's my team. It's going quite well. As I said, 2,300 for the first time for the year, I believe. And as I said, Dangerfield will not be captain in case he's not right with his bruised bone in the ankle, bruised bone on bone. Zach Merritt could have been a captain. Doherty could have been a captain, but I'm going with Mitchell because it's just been incredibly prolific. So good luck, guys. Let me know how you go, and it's bye for now.